guys the order for questions. Oh, never mind. I can't say any of that because we're live now. All right. What's going on, guys?
Not much, man.
This is Babe Talk with Jin War. We have Brandon with us tonight.
Hello.
We have a new cast member. We got Lincoln joining the group.
What's up, you guys?
We have our always favorite Eric.
Hello.
And our sometimes favorite Tony.
Hi.
All right, so we start off every show by asking, how's everyone's day?
I'll start.
I mean,
Can you hear me?
yes, we can. Yeah, everyone's good now. Everyone's good.
I drove up to New York City and I saw Of Mice and Men on Off-Broadway with James Franco and Chris O'Dowd. It was sick.
Really?
Yeah.
Chris O'Dowd, the
I didn't
Irish
know-
guy?
Huh?
What's that?
I didn't know it was a Broadway play.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's not a musical. It's very dark and it's surprisingly funny. The book wasn't very funny, but their rendition was pretty funny. Chris O'Dowd was Lenny, and he was very good Lenny.
Like the actual Of Mice and Men.
Yeah, not the band.
Yeah, like where they shoot the guy in the back of the head, that Mice and Men, not the metalcore
James
band.
Franco, lead singer.
Oh yeah, there's that shitty band called Of Mice and Men. That's
there
a
is.
band that exists. No, I'm talking about the Broadway play.
I would
you-
pay a lot of money though to see James Franco perform in Of Mice and Men, like the band.
That would be pretty
band.
cool if you could actually rock out with him. I don't know his musical skill level, but that would be pretty cool.
I don't think anybody should rock out with that band.
Have you received any inappropriate text messages from James Franco tonight since you've seen the show, or no?
No, but I saw like dorks lining up to like run to get a picture with him.
Dorks.
And this was his face in every single one of them. You should look it up. Look up the hashtag Of Mice and Men, James Franco, stuff like that. Every single fan photo, his face is like this.
That's
That's
perfect.
great.
How's your day?
Well, my day was easy. I had spent all day editing my boss's website, but it was fun. So that was my day. But Eric, what about your day?
I worked for 12 hours, and then I had a business dinner in D.C., so I was late. I'm glad we started late, though, so that's nice. And so boring day, but getting better.
There you go.
Oh.
This is just water.
I have a lion's head. I haven't had lion's head before, but it's going to be a fun test. Lincoln, what about you? How was your day?
Pretty good, man. Spent a full 8-hour workday getting some social media stuff together at work, making some novelty parody t-shirts, printing those guys out. Came home doing some freelance work before we went over here working on some new stuff for Dream Studio Guitars and doing the new logo for Picnic Basket Nosedive, which is a pop-punk band out of Scotland that you guys should check out.
Oh, yeah, I know them.
Been a fun design day. So, but it's good. Good. And the drink of the night is Arizona watermelon. Can't go wrong.
There you
Snack
go.
of the
I think
night
that's gonna be
is a
thing.
sandwich bag full of Laffy Taffies.
I have leftover tacos.
I just finished my popcorn, which I had, but I guess I lost it. I'm a pig. I have no idea what I did with it. But Tony, what about you? What was your day like?
Alright. Well, my day was going pretty well. But to keep in theme with the drinks and everything, it was going really well until I came home and I discovered some Kool-Aid. Because usually you'd be excited about Kool-Aid, right? You get home, you just eat like this brand new pitcher of Kool-Aid. You find some macaroni and cheese left over on the stove. It's a good day, right? So
Oh, totally.
this, I think it's pink lemonade. That's what I thought it was. I poured this pink lemonade, maybe strawberry kiwi Kool-Aid, waiting for a surprise, and I drink it. And the surprise is not the flavor, but the surprise is me being reminded that I was raised with white people. And,
Is there not enough sugar?
Oh, that's a shame. Oh, you had water. You didn't have Kool-Aid, you had water.
like, this was the glass it was in. There's nothing left. I thought there was going to be, but I forgot I drank it all. But it was like some pink, it was some pink lemonade.
Now, I don't think
And
you. Now, I legitimately think you forgot you live with white people. I think you just legitimately forget.
Because
I think that was a joke at all. Just
You don't
forgot.
live in a black household. How in the world could you get excited over Kool-Aid?
Well, I
But I know
mean,
Tony's like it's like some type of ethnicity, so like that kind of gives him a pass. But I guess not really.
it's in my veins.
In my veins. Well, it's funny because like I've seen a lot of my friends compare how they make Kool-Aid, and I literally had a friend that went in. I saw him making Kool-Aid. He's like, "Oh, you want some Kool-Aid?" I'm like, "Of course." And he takes out his sugar thing, and then gets the scoop. He like looks for a specific scoop, and then just starts, dipping out, and then like measures it completely. And I'm like watching him, and I'm like, well, it's like science. What are you doing? He's like, I'm just making Kool-Aid. You have to put the exact amount of sugar. And I'm like, what in the world are you talking about? He's like, well, how do you make Kool-Aid? So I literally just like kind of shoot him aside, and I kindly dumped like half of the sugar into it. He's like, that's too much. I'm like, no, you haven't had the right Kool-Aid before. And then he was impressed. He was like, oh my god, I've never had Kool-Aid taste sweet before. It tastes good. I'm like, yeah.
You just blew that guy's mind. Just changed his life for him.
I did. When you show someone some good Kool-Aid, you change their life completely.
Doing the Lord's work, man.
This is the longest Laffy Taffy I've ever eaten in my life.
Well, do you have the fun size ones, or do you have like the regular size ones?
Let me tell you something about how not fun unraveling the fucking Laffy Taffy.
Especially in the summer.
Dude, anytime. It's terrible, always. But yeah, I get summer. Yeah. I'm
like,
going in for number 2.
Dude, what's behind you in your house? Why do you have, like, knights in shining armor?
I'm in the dungeon.
Ah. It's a very modern couch for a dungeon.
Hold on, are those like Pure 21 suits of armor, or do you guys have like...
those are real suits of armor. Those are actual suits of armor.
What of it?
That's awesome.
What of it?
They start moving.
Now, see, if they started moving, though, that would be absolutely fantastic. Not gonna lie.
I'm waiting for my grand finale.
That's groovy.
So, what candy does anyone eat, though? Like, I've seen that as I grow older, I really don't grow all that excited over candy anymore.
Bag of Laffy Taffies.
Where'd you get that from?
Well, I went to the store and I got a box of sandwich bags.
And ordered a large bag of Laffy Taffy.
And another time, I got this vat filled with taffy. And I'm like, what am I going to do with all this taffy, So I called up Willy Wonka, and he's like, yeah, I'll take that taffy. So he just sends me, sarcastically, goes out of his way to send me a half a ton of Laffy Taffy fun-size things every single week for the past 4 years. So I've just been buying sandwich bags to try and contain it. Laffy Taffy.
It's like you're like running a trap. It's like most people would just get like small sandwich bags to put like dope or like weed in it. You just show up and be like, yo, I need some bags again, man. And be like, what are you doing? And be like, I got too much taffy. I need to get rid of something. I gotta push this taffy.
Yeah, I got way too much taffy.
I feel like this
Nothing
is
else
a
holds
neat
them.
cover-up to hide that this is Halloween candy.
Yeah, I've tried moving, but he replaces all of my furniture from the moving truck with Laffy Taffy. So I open it up and I'm like, time to get it started on moving. I just get buried in Laffy Taffy.
Why are you the Pablo Escobar of Laffy Taffy?
Pablo Escobar. Oh my god, Willy Freeway.
I hate Laffy Taffy.
Willy Wonka's
I never want to eat another Laffy Taffy in my entire life.
I was gonna say,
If I never eat another Laffy Taffy, it'll be too soon.
That's such an off-brand candy. Do you have like a safe of Necco wafers somewhere back there?
I have some Jolt Cola in my fridge. Number 3.
I love Jolt Cola.
That was some good
I've never
stuff.
seen them in stores, and I've kind of wanted them. I've had Jolt Gum.
hard to find, man. All that weird obscure stuff. Our Albertsons down here carries it. I can find all kinds of weird off-brand sodas, generic candies,
Nice.
weird like chocolate milk that's unpasteurized and stuff like that. You can get all the weird stuff at Albertsons. I've gotten Jolt from there a couple times. It's good stuff, but it's definitely hard to find. You got to search for it.
I don't know
I don't
what
think
bowl
that's-
it
In
is.
Canada, milk comes in bags.
Yeah, I knew
It
that.
does.
That's even weirder. Like I would never understand why you would put milk in bags.
No, it makes
It's more
sense.
like an
though.
udder.
It totally makes sense. It
Yeah,
makes
how else
sense.
are you gonna carry it?
No, because like
Right?
no.
You're just pro bag. You're just pro bag. That's why you're saying that.
I'm pretty pro sandwich bag. My life.
Brandon's pro bag.
Tell us your thoughts on grocery bags.
All right, listen.
Reusable grocery bags ruining the industry.
Of course, you know how many. All right, listen. Okay.
We tackle the hard-hitting issues here.
What else?
Babe talk.
What else are people using plastic bags for?
Well,
I
it's,
didn't do
well, I
Laughing
mean, like, if
Happy.
you move around your house, you never know when you're going to need a plastic bag.
Yeah, Target bags are the most
Exactly.
used thing in the world.
Where do you get them? Where do you get them? Where?
Like,
You
somewhere.
can't just go to the bag store and be like, I want all these bags. You get them from secondhand from the grocery store. Okay.
That's actually very
I'm not
accurate.
going
That
to
is
use a
very
reusable grocery bag as a trash bag. Okay? I'm not just going to be able to grab casually 2 reusable grocery bag things from my back seat while I'm driving so I can throw up in it, you know?
That's
I need a
very
plastic bag for that. A
Wait.
disposable plastic bag.
Do you know how funny you are, or are you just? This is just you.
Well, I'm on my 3rd Laffy Taffy, so I'm pretty sugar high right now. Yeah, Chase it was
unreal.
Oh, that's too funny.
I don't.
So, in the news today, I guess I'll just segue. Apparently, Ron Howard has been greenlit to do a Beatles documentary.
The porn star, the baseball player, or the director?
Director, but it feels because it's authorized, so you don't know what's going to happen next. Because there might be a Ron Howard. Wait, Ron Howard?
Ron Howard.
Yeah, Ron
Yeah,
Howard.
it's Ron Howard, red-haired guy.
Yeah,
The
the
Arrested Development, the narrator, yeah.
Wait, no, the porn star Ron Howard doesn't have red hair.
No, that's Ron
Not,
Jeremy.
not on his head.
No, Ron Jeremy is his own person.
Ron
I didn't know
Jeremy.
that was Ron. Photo starts. I didn't know they were 2 different people. Well, I
Ron
mean,
Jeremy is like a sexed up Danny DeVito. He's like an orb.
That's a good comparison.
Wow, you've ruined one of my heroes.
I'm
yeah,
so
I know.
sorry. Danny DeVito.
Ron Jeremy. Actually, no. I've seen Ron Jeremy in like some. I forget what TV appearances he's been on, but he's like on TV like.
He's
all
been on a lot. You know that song
Yeah.
A lot.
by Doomtree, Bangarang?
Yeah.
I think that's him in that video. Pretty
Yeah?
sure. Yeah.
I gotta go back and rewatch that now and watch
Doomtree,
That'd be
Bangarang.
interesting.
I think
Somebody's
that's
already
him.
on it.
I
On
never
what?
hear people talk about Doomtree enough.
I don't know them.
You know?
They're not great, you know.
I mean, they're not the greatest thing out there, but they're a good example of hip hop and punk kind of coming together.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah. I mean,
They're not
they're not
horrible.
punk at all, but they fit in the scene, you know. Like POS did Warped. I want to say in 2009,
Shit.
but Laffy Taffies are too much, man.
Can't do it.
Ridiculous.
Call him Laffy.
Ridiculous. All right,
But how do you guys feel about the influx of biopics of artists nowadays? Because we have the Andre 3000
from Outkast, yeah.
from Outkast. He's going to be doing Black Eye guitar, Hendrix. He's going to be doing.
Hendrix.
Hendrix, that's right.
There's going to be another one with James Brown's going to be coming out later this year.
Yep.
Yeah, I just
And
saw a trailer for that.
Huh?
No, I just saw a trailer for that today.
Yes. Yeah.
Oliver, what are we talking about?
Biopics and the recent influx of them. Like, is there a real reason to start to showcase them? Because I feel as if like if we have too many coming out at one time, we're going to be giving a shit about like way too many people.
Exactly.
Like, it's starting to feel like a time.
Well, if you notice, when a lot of movies come out around the same topic or same type, it's usually because there was one that's really hyped up, and then a lot of these studios, they usually bank movies. Like most movies are a couple of years old, and they'll bank movies like Jonah Hill did this movie called The Sitter, like years before he got famous.
Oh, yeah.
And they put it out the second.
The Sitter came out like last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was like recent.
That's what I'm saying. They banked it. They never released it. They filmed it. It was all done. They waited until he had gotten bigger and then they put it out.
Okay.
So a lot of times they'll wait until there's like a hyped up picture. I'm assuming the James Brown one is the one that's spearheading these, and so they're kind of just throwing as many. And the other theory is that people, because of pirating, people who are putting all the money into making movies. Because a movie will cost, anywhere from $20 to a couple $100 million to make, but every single movie you see, a good marketing campaign costs like $200 million. So what they're trying to do is make movies that you would actively want to go see in the theater as opposed to at home. So you got big budget action movies, and then you got these, this is my theory, these musical movies where you want to hear the big sound system, you see all the lights. Like the movies about music where they can showcase musical performances are really, really good for theater, and they think they think they'll drive that people into the theaters.
But see, like I feel as if like there's just I mean, think about it in the last few years. There hasn't been like any biopics, and even though like a studio would want to be like, okay, we have one coming out, it would be the prime time to put out this one or that one, or shelf one movies, be like, it's just not the right time for it. But my train of thought just totally derailed. I lost my entire train of thought. Probably because like I didn't have like that great of a point to go along with anyway.
I like your shirt.
Thank you. Gin works. Got it the other day.
What?
You like that A&R rep who meets with the band and wears all their shit. You're like, hey, am I wearing a Gin shirt today?
Oh, hey guys, I didn't expect to see you today.
What's your
I
shirt?
got my Gin War tat like right here, man. It's like, yeah, it's awesome.
Dude, the restaurant I went to tonight, I was dressed just like all the waiters. Black dress pants and like a blue button-up. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck me.
Good
I
job.
don't go anywhere that fancy. I don't ever have to worry about looking like a waiter unless I go to like Fridays and I wear all black.
You wear your flare when you go out to eat.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm pretty sure they wear like all the flair to have like all the buttons and everything. And they're just like, hey.
Yeah, just have
I would love to work at Chomsky's. Is that what it is? In Office Space?
Pretty much, yeah.
I'd like to work there.
Hey, Far, but what's that
I would be
restaurant
able
you went
to.
to with all the crazy shit on the walls?
Oh, shenanigans? You mean shenanigans?
Well, they're awful. Like I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I had to work at somewhere like that.
Yeah,
Molly, are
I
you
would do
wearing
it
a
just
Gin
because
War
I feel like
shirt?
it'd be funny.
Brandon, we talk. Yes, I'm wearing a Gin War shirt.
What the hell?
I got it on Friday night. Went Sunday. I got Sunday night.
Oh, yeah. True.
Because I put an order in, fuck it, doesn't matter. I got it on Sunday.
By the way, real quick, whose speakers are super loud?
I got headphones
Testing?
in.
Yeah, if you don't have headphones, somebody's speakers on, everything's echoing.
Headphones.
That's probably me.
It might be me. I don't have headphones.
It's all.
But
I have like a professional like mic hooked up, so I don't think it's me, but I'll put headphones on and y'all.
Well, it's
Alright.
whatever your speakers are.
If it is me, I'll go grab headphones. I'll find some. I'll scavenge the web. I'm sorry, I don't have any right now.
All right, here, let's just test it. How's it sound now?
No, I think it's definitely your fault. Because I think
Is it mine?
the echo's gone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
No,
that
so it was
echo's pretty
me.
much
It was
gone.
me.
you're the best host ever.
Oh well, whatever.
Popped up with the Laffy Taffy. Holy shit.
Too much Laffy Taffy. Did you just eat like 6 of them?
I'm high off Laffy Taffies.
I
That's
can't.
cool.
Wait, hold on. Someone asked, wasn't people you may know of Mike's and Meg cover band?
No. I have a story. I have a story
Yeah?
to tell.
Yeah,
Tell it,
dude.
Brandon.
Tell it, Biggie Smalls.
Yes. Okay. So here it goes. I'm trying to speed round through this Laffy Taffy.
I'm watching you. I'm just like, this is gonna be such a train wreck with the Laffy Taffy and trying to talk.
This is the worst. I'm so sorry,
It's
everybody.
so funny. No, it's hysterical.
Like he was hyping up a bad freestyle. Like, all right,
Yo.
here I go.
Yo.
Mm.
All right. Yeah.
You know who I was listening to, and I realized he was probably like one, because like I saw a documentary on Vice about Chief Keef, and I wanted to hear his music to see like if it was like as much as an effect on people like the documentary says say it was, and literally the entire time it was just like, and I'm trying to listen. I'm like, I don't think he's saying words. Like I know there were a lot of rappers that aren't, able to really form sentences. But
Yeah.
Chief Keef, I don't think was like forming any
Juicy
words.
J.
That was
That
just
guy's
like,
garbage.
Yes, agreed completely.
all right, so Brandon, what was your story?
Okay. The story goes,
He's just hyping it.
so I was, oh, okay, here's the story. Yeah. Yesterday I got out of work and I was walking to like the bodega to get like a bag of chips or something. I was on break. And there's this guy that I work with. He's like in his 60s, and he was sitting out on his porch, and he lives behind my work. And and I was like, hey, his name's Walt, and I was like, what are you doing? And he said he was sitting on his porch until he was hungry enough to go to the Tropicana buffet. He was sitting on his porch, actively getting hungry so that he could leave to go to the buffet.
How old was he?
He's in his 60s. He's sitting on the porch by himself,
It's a good life.
growing
That
a
is a good
hunger.
life.
Like he was,
Cultivating a hunger.
yeah.
good
He was
life,
like
though.
actively trying to get hungry so he could go to the buffet at the casino.
Dude's
I mean, I
stoked on
guess there's
food.
nothing really more to do when you're old.
I'm
Especially
judging
old in Atlantic
myself.
City.
No, I do that. I do that though. Like, if I have a day
Well,
off,
Tony, you're
I'll just
slow.
sit around until about like
Yeah.
3, and I'll get hungry. And I'll text my friend and be like, "Do you want to go to Denny's?" And then we'll get breakfast food in the middle of the afternoon. But that's only because I've had such a lazy day. The whole time I'm like, I need to get food. I should probably eat. And I think, nah, we'll just wait. You'll get hungrier. You can do this. Like, I get his thought process. It's really boring and it's really sad. But
But do like seniors also get a discount at the Tropicana?
No. People who gamble
You said that definitively.
a lot. They don't give discounts to nobody unless they spend a ton of money.
Wow. See, I didn't know that. See, I thought it was like a buffet that would have like an old people special, but I guess not. I guess Tropicana don't like people.
Do you go to that? Do you go to the casino a lot?
It's like,
Jersey
hey,
Light?
you spent... What?
Do you go to the casino a
What'd
lot?
you say?
I called you a Jerseyite.
No.
No, you don't.
That's not what I am.
You're the only other person
I'm
I know
a-
that says Jersey Light.
Oh, I was
Sorry,
just
sorry.
saying a stupid word that sounded dumb.
The official term for Jersey kids or Jersey people in general or Jersey Lights. No one else thinks so, but it's official.
That's like somebody
It's
who
official?
like, moves to New Jersey after they're 22. And Jersey Light. Jersey Light.
I'm a Jersey Light.
Oh, good. I thought that bombed. Fuck. I was like, that's a terrible joke.
Well, no, it's weird because I've always thought the word to sound like an Israelite, so I'm just like Jersey Light, Israelite. I never really thought of it.
Israelite. That's like you're Jewish.
You're Jewish?
That one
But
bombed.
that would be more New York and not really New Jersey. Like you're questioning
New
that
Jersey.
person.
so Eric made up a stupid word about Jersey, and it turned out to be the real thing about Jersey. Do you see the coincidence here?
That's exactly what just happened.
The coincidence is that Jersey is dumb. I'm sorry.
Who said New Jersey is dumb?
Tony.
I'm pretty
Tony
sure it was
Peppers.
Tony. It was Tony Peppers.
From
Tony's always
Florida.
talking on
Tony
Jersey.
Peppers.
The only
from
people who-
Florida.
No, I disagree.
Tell him, Brandon.
I've never
I
been to
disagree.
Jersey. I just
Okay,
like
so how
Krista
can you say that? The only thing you probably know about New Jersey is the Jersey Shore, and none of those people are actually from New Jersey. The other thing you probably only know about New Jersey is that
No.
we all love Bruce Springsteen, and who wouldn't? Because he's a true American. What are you?
Damn right. Damn right.
Yo,
Thank you. Preach, Brandon.
Sammy Sweetheart is from Hazlet, New Jersey. Come on.
Mhm.
A lot
Oh.
of great things are from New Jersey, including every great band that ever was. So continue.
Speaking of New Jersey bands,
Wait, yeah, I
My
wanna-
All right,
Chemical
listen to this.
Romance.
Listen to this. I'll play you a game, Tony. You name me any band, and I will name you their better New Jersey counterpart.
Name Florida. Hey, Tony, name Florida bands. That's where you're from, right?
Oh, this is
Oh,
interesting.
okay.
Florida,
Let's do it.
New Jersey,
State band off.
Florida, no
State band
problem. All right, here we go.
I mean,
It's getting real.
Florida versus Jersey. State band off.
You go
um,
first.
all right. I'm gonna keep it basic. A Day to Remember is from Florida.
Okay, Saves the
Pepsi
Day
Cola,
is from
Florida.
New Jersey.
All right.
All right, we got 1 point.
Hold on. Before you're allowed to say Midtown, you have to name Coke Starship along with it. You have to take the good with the bad. I want to throw that
Yeah,
out
I'll
there
take
to you.
that, dude. They're famous as fuck.
That Snakes on a Plane song is nuts, though.
Yeah,
Tell
dude,
me.
they were on the fucking radio, like the country, like the national radio. What
But did you
were your
listen to
bands?
What did
Wait,
you
go
listen
back
You got
to-
Jimmy
go.
Buffett,
Tony,
okay.
don't get caught up. This is a sick game. Do it. Who else? Give us Florida. I'll give you Florida's if you want them. Give us
Oh,
Yeah,
Florida.
give me one. Just
You
one
wanna
at a
do
time.
I mean, we have Under Oath.
Okay, we had.
Had, whatever.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to think of something like really comparable, but better.
Say Springsteen again.
Oh, I could whip that out anytime I want. I'm saving my wild
Having
card.
Springsteen's like a second dick. Whip that out.
All right, hold on. All right.
I dug a hole I didn't really want to dig. I just wanted to mess with Holly.
No, that's okay because I know if I can get past this hump, I know you don't have much else on me.
They got
that.
one more big one. I'm telling you.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, I have a really
Boys
good
got
one.
it. My boys
There's
got
three
it.
more.
New
Got
Jersey
my boy.
counterpart band.
There's three more big Florida ones I can think of.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess. No, it's
How
not.
are you
It's
not-
not the same. I'm trying to think of something like very similar to Under Oath, but not quite.
Just say another bigger band.
Okay.
It maybe starts with man and ends with another.
No. No.
Shut up, Eric. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Eric, go home. Eric, you're.
I'm
We got
joking.
hidden in plain view.
There you go. You got.
All right. We have
That was a good
we
move.
have Hold on. Can I say Pitbull? Is that okay?
Pitbull. You can say Pitbull. We have the Sugar Hill Gang.
We have less than.
Wait,
Jake.
no
Let's
shit. What's
finish
Sugar
it.
Hill from Jersey?
Yeah, we have Streetlight Manifesto and
Fuck.
I don't remember.
You
Oh,
still
and
got yellow
Jack-
card up your sleeve, Tony.
Yeah. Yeah.
You also have
True.
anti-flag, or not anti-flag.
Yeah,
my bad.
but-
Against me.
Yo, no, hold
Yeah,
on, man. I
Danzig.
got this. We have
We have
Yeah,
Danzig and Ozzy Osbourne. And Queen Latifah. And
Can
Bruce
we-
Willis.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I am not the person to talk to about Florida bands. Can we call like Simona or Glenn?
That's why I was interrupting you.
No. Oh no,
All right,
Tony.
come
Oh
on,
no.
give me-
You opened up the can of worms. Brandon
Give me
got.
a- give
just
me
handed
more.
You your ass.
Give me
We-
more.
We have Vayara.
Who?
They're pretty cool.
Who?
They're not super significant, but they're a pretty rad band.
Alright, super significant. Not significant, but sweet band. I don't know. Any band I mention right now in that category, I'll just insult probably.
So So wait, you guys don't like Man Overboard? Is that what I'm
I like
hearing?
Man Overboard. I think Man
No,
Overboard's
I'm not.
sweet.
I was
saving it.
playing it over it earlier.
I think Human
I like
was
Man
real,
Overboard.
and then like half of Real Talk was good.
Yeah, I can agree with Tony.
Yeah.
Did I ever
Heart Attack
you guys
kind
know
of
about
fell
my
flat
beef
for
with
me.
Zach?
Self-titled had maybe like 2 or 3 good songs on it.
I still can't get into self-titled whatsoever. It's all about real talk and human
Self-titled-
highlight reel.
Self-Titled was actually the first one that I had gotten into.
I don't know if you
I
heard me,
think
but
all
I had a
catchy
real
as hell.
beef with Zach.
I think that their songwriting gets really juvenile sometimes, and not even like Blink 182, like I want to fuck a dog in the ass juvenile, just like
That's just good song.
I'm writing a poem in 3rd grade juvenile. Like that's how bad it is sometimes. Yeah, that's just an opinion.
No, I like the music of it. Like the instrumental stuff.
Yeah.
They do
Oh,
have pretty good
Hey,
musicianship.
still- Or am I good?
Okay, so like I'm sorry about slamming on Jersey.
I totally just like glitched out for like a good minute.
Wait. So I tried to say this 3 times. I don't know if anybody heard me. You guys know I had a real back and forth beef with Zach from Man Overboard, right?
Really?
Was it on the
Yeah.
internet?
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Then it
What-
doesn't
what
count,
happened?
man.
But it still
No.
makes for a great story.
Come on, Eric. We need the story now, man.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
hear it. Let's hear about Zach.
This is the most ridiculous thing. Like, whatever. We fought. We argued with each other on the internet about our dogs.
Really?
So there was this competition. So my wife comes home one day, and she's like, "Oh, you know our doggy daycare? They got this competition online. All their like centers across the country. You can win a whole year of free doggy daycare, which is Jesus Christ, Laffy Taffy much. And you're just my screen this whole time. I don't know how you ate that so loud that it just popped up. So she's like, so you go online. She even referred to it as, it's like your little Warped Tour Battle of the Bands. It's like, and people go on and vote for like the dogs, and the dog with the most votes gets like whatever, like gets a free camp for a year, and like the dog gets like the front page of this calendar that the dog center's putting, whatever. So I at this point I was pretty active in DPP, right? And so she told me you should post on that pop punk thing you always post on to get some more votes. And I was like, well, I'm in a local band. Maybe there's like 10 people who give a shit and they'd vote. But I feel like that's scummy to like use being in a band to get people to try to get us free dog care when other people, everyone else in this competition is just like a normal person who's asking their friends and family. So then a few days go by, and I get tagged in this post on DPP from a friend of mine who knew I was in that like competition with the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And the DPP post was Zach posting from his like girlfriend's account saying, "Hey, can you guys vote for my dog to win this competition?" It was the same competition. So
Nice.
I write, and you know how they do it in DPP. The bands, they post one thing, can you give us money, can you do this, whatever, and then they never post again.
Yeah.
And so this is like hundreds of posts in, so I just post. I didn't think he was going to read it. 2, I didn't think this was that bad. I just said, like, and I was tagged, so I said LOL, and I thought it would be tacky if I did it with my local band to try to get votes. And so then Zach responds, "Listen, you little freak boy.
Oh.
If you gave a shit enough about your dog, you'd do anything for whatever." And like, and he's like, my dog suffers from separation anxiety, and I'm away a lot, and so I'm just trying to do a nice thing. And I said, "Whoa, easy, dude. I don't even know what. I think I like gave him some shit too." And he's like, "Hey man, relax. It's not a big deal." And I said, "Okay, whatever." And that was the end of it. And so both of our dogs, neither of them won, but both of our dogs are in the calendar on the same month. Like my dog's right here and his dog's right here. So next time they do like an autograph signing at Warped Tour, I'm gonna see if I can get him to sign the calendar.
Oh my God, that would be
Not to be a
fantastic.
dick, because that was just a weird interaction. I don't know what he was thinking at the time, or if maybe I said something and he was in a bad place. I don't fucking know. I'm not holding it against him.
Zach is just like a giant, like, goofy kid.
Well, I met him. I met him in, I guess it had been 2010, like early 2010, at this show. Like they opened up for my friend's band in this small venue in Baltimore. And I remember my friends going, yeah, that band was really good, but I think there's something's up with that singer. Like something just a little off. Good musician, little off. That's all. So I didn't think much of it, but yeah, that's my story. I thought that would be interesting.
Nice.
That's hysterical. I've never ever seen that type of reaction, or that's just a beautiful story.
I mean, this dude's probably used to people shitting on him on Twitter all day long, because that's what people do on Twitter. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was just like, let's squash this troll before he does. I have a lot of sympathy for people who are successful and deal with social media at the same time, because that's got to suck all the balls.
Oh, dude, it is rough. I had a. We're not going to discuss who it was, but I recently had a person now I'm handling social media for, and they had some type of event that was in the public eye, and people did not agree with any of the decisions that they had made publicly, and they were subject to just so much harassment. It was so bad. Like, they attacked, like, some of the people that owned the business that they had, like, personally, for, like, no reason at all.
That's pretty
like,
hard.
people that it didn't even affect, they were just, like, laying into this company. I was like, oh, my God. I'll never understand why people get kicked out of just, like, berating people.
Dude, you can tell us if it was falling in reverse, man. We all got it.
Well, I mean, I have a confidentiality agreement. I'm trying to defend Ronnie as much as I can.
Defend Ronnie.
Defend Ronnie 2014.
We cannot talk about Ronnie.
Can we talk about Ronnie?
No,
Because Ronnie will show up. Ronnie will show up, and Ronnie will.
He'll show up like Pompo did last week. He'll just appear in this little box.
Pompo show up?
He'll challenge us to a rap battle.
I'll win.
God. Pompo showed up last week out of nowhere. It was so nuts.
That's awesome. I love that guy.
Nuts.
Where's Ronnie
That's
Rad
terrible.
from? Where's he from? Is he from Jersey?
I'm pretty sure he's
Shut
from
up, Tony.
Florida.
Tony, shut the fuck up.
Isn't he from
He's not
California?
from Jersey.
No, where's he
Lifetime
from?
is from New Jersey.
I thought
What
Lifetime was. Oh no, that's
Wow.
regular. Never mind.
Where is Ronnie from? This is like a Google case right
Hell.
now.
He's from hell. It just makes no sense. Did you guys see the video of him at Camden that he tried to challenge us?
That kid with the sign?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
but I'm gonna watch it tonight.
That was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. It was a video of a kid holding up a sign saying, Ronnie, come fight me. Literally, it said, Ronnie, come fight me. Held up the sign. Ronnie was like, oh, hey, little pussy, come over here. And then the kid came over, went over the barricade, and then all the security guys like were standing around him because Ronnie like came down and said, like, what? Do something. And there were like 7 security guys like literally holding this kid back. The kid wasn't even doing anything. And then Ronnie goes, yeah, that's what I thought. And then went back on stage and like all the girls were like, yeah.
Right, here's the problem with metalcore. Metalcore being really popular.
Metalcore
Put us-
is awesome. What you guys are talking about is hair metalcore.
Okay, sorry. So
Glamcore.
here we go. Here's why it's awful. The popularity is awful because we now live in a world where security guards protect Ronnie Radke anti-fans and beat the shit out of Parker Cannon. You can't live in that
That
world.
was bad. I did not like seeing Parker get punched in the face. That sucked. It was
He
nice
got
of
back
the
up
dude
and
to
he
go.
got fucking
Oh, he
going.
was
did.
like tapped. Parker was like tapped in the face.
It was definitely a good move on his part to go out and defend that fan. Like,
Their guitarist I was impressed. He just chucks his guitar into the air. He's like, nope, fuck it.
Yeah, he said fuck this, and then he was just about as down to beat down a security guard as much as Parker was.
yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Back to 4 year.
You what, Tony?
I never even saw what happened because
What?
it was like Parker Cannon hit the security guard, and then I would scroll Parker Cannon hit the security guard, and then I would scroll Parker Cannon, my baby. Oh, I hope he's not hurt. Oh, he's the dreamiest.
The
I'm
only
just sick
thing
of
that
Parker Cannon.
happened was
Like, I don't care about your name.
a security guard just got like too pissed and like pushed the kid down, like down, and security guard's like this big muscular fluffy kind of dude.
So muffy.
Shut up, Eric. he was like this muffy character, like this big buff guy, and he like
just
shoved the
picturing a
kid
giant
down,
guitar.
and Parker just happened to look down, and the guitarist at the same time. Guitarist was about down to beat him down, and then Parker actually went down to go like a shoving match with him.
Yep.
And then once Parker went to swing, the security guard, I believe, punched him in the face, and then everyone like jumped around and everything like that.
Dude, are you
But
Are
what
any of you guys... Sorry, go on.
it just doesn't make all that much sense that security would be that unprofessional, because like they're security people, so they're trained to take care of literally what, buck 20 white kids jumping over a fence.
Buck 20.
Yeah.
Like seriously, they're all like
thing is
15-year-olds. You don't need to shove a kid down.
No.
But
For big festivals, I
not
know
the
they
first time
hire
you hear
outside
about it.
people too.
You always
I
hear
haven't heard about too many incidents like that.
It's not something we should accept, but I don't think we should really be surprised when security messes up either, because I mean this has gone on forever. I mean this is like it needs to be changed. I mean it'd be cool to be able to be surprised when security messes up, but I mean it's just a fact of the matter is that.
But that's not messing up though. That's
Security
just a
guards are
professional
basically
fuck-up.
cops, and you should never trust a cop.
Have you guys seen? I think it's on YouTube. There's a documentary called Bouncer, and it has security guys, bouncers, all that stuff, and it's just like a documentary, like following them around at their jobs, and a fair amount of them. Some of them are good, but a fair amount of them really are like. If I'm going to be honest, I like cracking heads. That's why I took this job. Every once in a while, I get to crack some heads, and a lot of them
I
fail.
mean,
I wouldn't
Wow.
want to see that's horseshit.
Have bald heads and goatees.
Exactly, yeah, or like and big tattoos and like inches of muscle.
Try it. Tribal.
Pretty much. And it doesn't make any sense. Like I would understand taking a job to personify your strength and your macho-ness, but to take
can do
it
that
out
with
on
any
kids?
job.
You can do that with any job. You can become a nightclub bouncer. You can become a security guard at a club. But to go
Be a
to
Radio Shack attendant. You ever see those guys? They're jacked.
Hi, welcome to Radio Shack. How may I attend you?
Or at women's clothing stores. Like, hello, ladies. Can I interest you in some dry underwear?
Wink, 'cause that's
compared
sick.
to pre-moist underwear.
That
I like
was a
how
joke.
hold on, wait. I like how you offered them dry underwear and then you winked to make sure you knew they needed dry underwear.
Yeah.
By the way, were you popular in high school?
Me? No. No,
Really?
I didn't have any friends.
You're like
I had like 2.
you remind me of like the dude in the punk clique in high school who was like the coolest guy.
I was
Yeah.
definitely not the coolest guy, I'll tell you that much.
Did you not have the beard? Is that what happened?
I'm pulling up a picture for you. Hold on.
Ooh.
It's bad.
Brandon, what school did you go to?
I went to I moved out off the island like before freshman year. So I went to
okay.
EHT. This is a
Gotcha,
picture of me in high school. That was freshman year.
Oh man, all your hair went to your chin.
Really fucking funny, Tony. God damn.
Oh, look at the little Baba.
That was me.
Is that Chase from Zoe 101?
I never saw that show.
Oh,
Nah,
no
it was
joke's
Britney
not funny
Spears'
now.
sister, right? Britney Spears' little sister.
Yep, the one that got
No.
knocked up.
What?
What?
Yeah, never mind. I don't.
Here, hold on. Okay, what time is it? We are like an hour into this. We have not gotten to any of the interview yet. Tony, do you have a story?
Do I have a story?
Yeah, because I'm out of beer, so I'm going to be like 2 minutes. So you need to tell a story while I go get another beer, and then we can
Why does
interview
he get to
Brandon.
host?
I mean,
Well, 3, 2, 1, here you go.
okay. All right. So, hey, what's up?
What's up, Tony?
I'm on the spot, and I'm trying to think of a really cool story. But
Tell us a story that involves Alan. Let's hear an Alan story.
Who's Alan? Who's Alan?
All right. So, oh man, I have a
Type
really
up for
good one,
anal.
but I can't tell it.
Oh,
so
no.
The story. All right, whatever.
Who's Alan?
Alan, he's our friend. He used to do this sometimes. Basically, Alan moves bees a lot. Alan, like, he'll go to farms and stuff, and he'll, like, I don't know what he does, but he harvests bees or something.
Is he responsible for that crash on I-95?
I don't
Potentially.
know, but a meth lab blew up next to his house, so that's a thing.
All right.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's
Respect.
very cool. can't really. I
That's
can't
a
really.
story. A month ago, a giant 18-wheeler filled with live angry bees crashed on on I-95, and everyone, and then the news headline it said like, cargo 18-wheeler carrying bees crashes on I-95. Stay away from area, swarming bees.
Wait, is this a real story? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
I
look
saw
it
it
up.
on the news.
I am gonna look
It
this up.
happened by
It was on
us.
Facebook. It went viral. I saw that. That looked real gnarly. I wouldn't want to be within like a 3-mile radius of that.
That sounds
Yeah.
awful. I don't know. I think
If you're
Alan's
swimming
like
bees, I wouldn't either.
Anyways, there's. No, I can't even talk about it because I'm really mad
You
because
just realized that you now can't tell the backstory to it, right?
All right, so there's this beehive group. There's a summer
Don't-
camp group, and I
It's
can't
going
talk
well, Tony.
because once I talk about it, it ruins it. But
Don't. Okay, fine. Here, ready? All right. So it's time
No,
for the
no,
interview.
Ollie,
I am
stop,
saving this group.
No, we're not allowed to talk about it. We're not allowed to. Like, I've already asked. Like, if we spill the beans about this, then the whole thing
You
is
spill
ruined.
the wait. If you
And
spill the
no,
bees,
then no, you're not spilling the beans. We are doing
spill
way
the
too
beans.
well.
There are no beans to spill. There are no
spill the
beans. To
bees.
spill. Just
God
beans.
There's no
Spill the
bees to
bees.
spill.
God
Eric,
damn.
you're done. Eric, I'm going to keep you on a permanent mute. I swear to God, I'm going to kick you out.
That's punny.
No more puns.
Yeah. One more pun in you and you're done.
Hey, I'm very clever. I'm sharp.
Oh.
All right.
Wait, I'll do it
There you
myself.
go.
Cleavers aren't that sharp. Cleavers
Yo,
aren't that
You
sharp.
want to do a Maryland versus Jersey band off? Well, you win with Streetlight. Fuck it.
I'll win the Maryland verse. Yeah.
We got all-time low and good Charlotte.
Okay.
The most credible of the pop punk genre. Oh, and the classy guys in whatever that band is that just broke up. I don't give a shit. Dangerous Summer.
Dangerous Summer broke up?
Okay.
Yeah, Dangerous.
they're-
Summer.
Yeah,
Pretty
never
much.
mind. Never mind. Yeah, I knew that.
Our
Super
bassist went to
drama.
high school with AJ.
Oh wait, I remember because they had the what was it? Zach's getting that defamation of character lawsuit now.
Yeah, he is. Isn't
I
that?
mean, it's not gonna it's gonna be thrown out. Or if it gets to court, which it won't.
It won't. It definitely won't. So that
All right,
that
so-
whole drama. Ugh.
So we're gonna now move on to the interview part of tonight. Brandon, we've all kind of prepared questions or not. We might just do it on the fly. Guys, I'm going to give the order on Babehead, which is going to go. We'll go me, Tony.
Okay.
If you're gonna say it out loud, just Here,
Me,
let me
Tony,
go-
Eric, and then
let me take
Lincoln.
over.
How about that?
How's it going?
It's going to go me, Tony, Eric, and then you, Lincoln.
All right. Good.
All right?
Just remind each of us when our time comes.
Oh, okay. So, Brandon, you guys have been together for how long in Jim Moore?
We've been together since I'm gonna say real late August, real early September of 2013, and then we didn't release music until like 2 months ago.
Now, was that just like getting your music together? Or was that in preparation of something bigger, or?
What the time gap?
Yeah.
Oh no, that was just getting everything together. We had like a bunch of songs, and we just wanted to like take the time to let them all really sink in, and then pick whatever ones like fit the best with each other and like sonically sounded cool, like grouped in like a little group.
So you made an album, not just like a collection of songs, basically.
Yeah. It all has all the lyrics. It has like a there's like themes throughout it, and I don't want to make it sound like lame or anything like that, but like it all does tie in with each other, and there's different like musical things that happen throughout like each song, even though it's only 4 songs long.
So,
did you guys record a bunch of songs, or did you only record the ones that you knew like were gonna go on this?
We don't have like a ton of money and stuff like that or time.
I feel it.
So we want to make sure that we're sure with what we're doing before we go out and do it. So we knew what songs were going to be on it whenever we went to go record. Recording took about like a month and a half, 2 months, just various trips, not really any consecutive days. But yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Eric?
You good, Tony? Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't sure. I want to know. You got to follow up. I interrupt a lot. I don't know if you guys can tell after 3 episodes. So, dude, I'm fascinated by the Jersey scene. A lot of really great bands seem to be coming out of there, and it seems like every time I play with a band and I kind of walk away with that being like, that band was great. I look them up, and it's like, oh, from Jersey. So I want to know, like, of the bands you've been playing with up there, what are some of the ones that are your favorites or the ones you've really connected with?
I got like friends bands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Been hanging out with Merritt and Life Without a Jacket. Back and Forth is a cool band from New Jersey. Keep This Close, Talk Radio. There's a lot that are just from this area alone. There's just a lot of bands.
Lincoln.
All right.
I don't know.
By process of elimination.
I noticed that you guys just opened for Listener and 68 on their tour in support of 68's new awesome LP that just dropped. I've been a big Dan Smith fan for a long time. Seems to be a really, really eccentric dude. Same with Josh Scroggin. Both guys seem to be little out there. Really good musical influences. How was it like playing with those guys? Are they a good bunch of dudes to play with?
Yeah. I mean, they kind of, I didn't like go out of my way to like talk to them or nothing too much, but they seem like they're like cool people. They put on a really good show, and all those guys like clearly just know what they're doing, and it's really cool. It was like cool to see a band that's got their own thing going on. They know how to do it, and they're doing it. So it was awesome.
Nice.
Did they just?
All right. Now speaking about, sorry, go on.
No, it's okay. Whatever. For the listener show, did they like offer it to you guys, or were they just like looking for a local band to fill in and you guys hit them up?
No, my good friend Paul helps run a thing we have down here called 1787 Collective that brings a lot of shows to Atlantic City, and he got offered the tour or took the tour or something like that because Listener had played Boneyard last year, and it was cool.
Yeah.
And so either they emailed him about coming back or he emailed them. He just texted me and he said, "Do you want to play with Listener on this date?" And I said, "Okay."
No,
And then it happened, just like that.
I have a bad habit of putting like my favorite musicians on pedestals, and Dan Smith is definitely like one of those guys. So I saw like the Facebook event about you guys playing with Listener, and I was just like, oh shit, that's really rad. So I don't know, maybe in my head I've been hyping this up as a way bigger show than you guys played. But
No, that's awesome. There was a lot of people there. I didn't know how big Listener was before the other night. Yeah, I had no idea.
Because that night had a lot of people over at the Boneyard. Out of all the shows, like Paul's been drawing a great crowd to the Boneyard, but that was definitely one of the.
He's been doing a good job.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job, but that was like one of the biggest crowds I've seen at the Boneyard this season. I mean, then again, I've gone there like once or twice, but I'm bad. But anyway, so to not talk about my lack of. What I was going to say was that speaking of people that know what they're doing, you guys have gone. You were, of course, in Coming Clean, your old pop punk band. And
you were in Coming Clean?
Had,
Fuck, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got excited.
You went from Coming Clean to You went from disbanding from Coming Clean to going to Gin War and having such a solid fan base. How does one go from starting from like nothing to becoming a whole new sound and getting a great amount of people, then going on tour and then putting out a new EP that's doing fairly well as well?
Yeah, it's definitely, and I don't claim to like know what I'm doing. I just like I have like plans in my head that I think will work, and then we'll see if they do or not. So it was to go ahead with your question from earlier about the time gap. It was a lot of that planning, just outlines and things like that. Like whenever we do release it, like what do we want to have like right away? Music is out, because when music is out, I feel like it has a pretty specific sound uniquely to us. It's not like all just like look how original this is, but it's I feel like it definitely stands away from a lot that's out there right now. And so once people hear it, if you're gonna like it, you're gonna like it in the first like 10 seconds you listen to. If you don't like it, you don't like it, So as long as people can hear it, that's the goal. So what can you do to make people want to hear it more? Or hear it in the first place. So you play shows, and when you play shows, obviously people hear you. And there's like opportunities for everybody. You just gotta take advantage of them. Like that Radio 104.5 thing that we just did. We played on the radio, and that's like a huge market. Philadelphia's in like the top 5 markets in the whole country. So that was playing everywhere.
That's
so
for alternative.
More earballs, and anyone can do it, just you gotta put forth the effort.
Everyone wants to be famous, nobody wants to work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was Kevin Hart for you guys. I don't know.
I actually don't understand Kevin Hart. He's 5 foot and I'm 6'1". I have a hard time hearing people that's under 5'5".
Dude, do you really?
So
no, Tony, no.
No, I don't. Whatever.
So I'll let you guys. I'll hash this out before I tell my Kevin Hart story.
Oh no.
You can tell the Kevin Hart story.
No, it's not real. But no, it doesn't. This is. So I'm like a hipster by accident in that most of my stories start with, oh yeah, I saw that guy before he was famous, but that happened.
That is actually very true. Now that you're saying it.
But regardless of me meeting Kevin Hart, Kevin Hart and Aziz Ansari are 2 comedians that got really big around the same time. Kevin Hart has obviously far eclipsed Aziz. However, they both got very famous very fast, and they both have very differing views, and they've even been on podcasts together where they kind of argue the views. That Aziz is very much like, no, don't do your marketing. Fuck that. You get your act good, and you keep putting it out there, and you're gonna make it. Kevin is a guy who, like, he was known as Lil Kev for the first 10 years of his career. I bet his friends don't call him that anymore. But he went and what he would do at every single show, even if it was an open mic, he had his people go around the whole room and get as many email addresses as they possibly could from every single person in attendance, which is unheard of in comedy. Bands do that sometimes, but it's unheard of in comedy. And he developed this huge mailing list, which was something that helped him get to where he was, to get his quality stuff in it. Yeah, he was like the hardest working comic for the longest time, which is why I am not surprised that he is as famous as he is right now. That dude hustled for a decade.
He's been famous as fuck for like 10 years. He was in like the 3rd Scary Movie. He's in a ton of stuff.
He was 10th billed in the 3rd Scary Movie.
For a long time.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm talking as famous now, selling out stadiums across the world. Like he was.
In movies.
Yeah.
And TV shows. Yeah,
Did you
and
start-
he's actually doing fairly well for himself. He went from comic to producer, and
Yep.
not that much time too.
Yeah.
And not like Will Smith having your own show, then having like a main actor producer credit.
Yeah.
He did Madison Square Garden, right?
Like a producer.
Yeah, that was his last special. Was MSG.
Yeah. He was like, I don't know. I don't want to sound stupid and talk about things I don't know about, so I'm just throwing that disclaimer out there. But he was like one of the first comedians to do that too, right?
I know Steve Martin did. He was like the big one that did that, and then plenty of
Did what?
played Madison Square Garden, like sold out Madison Square Garden.
Like
And
Eddie
then
Murphy had
Dane
it.
Cook did, and now Kevin Hart. I think those are the only three who've sold it out just straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Sold out Madison Square, I think.
Huh?
Eddie Murphy had sold out Madison Square.
Did he?
I'm
wouldn't
90%
surprise
sure.
me.
The Delirious show, I think, was a sellout.
Was that it? Oh, it was Delirious? Oh, wow. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
Delirious was at Madison Square. I don't know if it
Cool.
was sold out, but I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, I would imagine it was. They would. If it's a special, they're gonna fill the seats. Like they're not
I
gonna.
mean, I'm also a big Eddie Murphy fan, so I might just be defending him for him. So.
Well, Eddie Murphy is unbelievable. Like that guy's so. Oh, geez, so fucking good.
But anyway, back to the interview. We totally just got sidetracked. Tony.
Comedians.
Sorry.
Funny. I like comedians.
Who's your favorite comedian?
That's a big question. I really like Tom Cotter. I really like Adam Ferrara. I really like Brian Regan.
Oh, you like the clean guys.
Tom Cotter's not clean.
I meant Brian Regan. I didn't hear the first one.
Brian Regan's got one of the funniest jokes I ever heard of in my entire life. He goes, what I don't get in this world is sometimes I'll be driving on the highway and I see two log trucks pass each other.
You got logs over here.
Like, if you have logs, and if you have logs, you'd think one phone call would save a lot of trouble.
Brian Regan's fucking unreal good.
And Tom Cotter is just banger full of one-liners. Like, do prosthetic limbs cost an arm and a leg? If Pinocchio had a cocaine problem and he lied about it, would that only make it worse? Just chock full of one-liners.
That's
They're all
actually really
good.
funny. It's actually
Yeah, it
really
is really funny. He's a funny guy.
You're very aggressive with the things you're recommending.
I really
That's funny. That's why I laughed.
answer. I mean, I kind of expected like a fuck around answer, like when he was like, "Oh, that's a big question." I expected
No, shit was real.
no like real comedian things.
Yeah,
but
I'm all substance, baby.
we went from Laffy Taffy to let's talk about jokes.
Yeah,
Okay,
I never want to eat another Laffy Taffy again.
As he unwraps another.
Ew.
Are you a genius?
I doubt it.
This is. You're operating on another level, dude. The fact that you did that Laffy Taffy callback while rapping. I'm sorry, I'm in awe of you.
All right.
On my tombstone, just have them right.
My name's Eric.
My tombstone.
No. I figured you're gonna say. Never mind. I figured you were gonna quote me about you, and I figured you were grasping for my name. She's like, who the fuck
Eric,
is that?
you're really a nobody. Don't do
Have them right.
That
Would
was,
have done literally anything for $15. That's my life credo that I live by.
No, on your tombstone, they should just take the joke from the last Laffy Taffy you ate and just put that on there.
But see, if we're
What's
talking
the joke?
$15, I'm pissed because I gave you $20 to be on here.
You
Quick-
paid me?
Laffy Taffy.
How do you think
What's
I'm wearing? Why do you think I'm wearing this shirt?
I'm buried in this shit. Wonka. That son of a bitch. You know why they had to discontinue the Wonka bars?
Why?
Because he used all of the Wonka bars to fill my house, so I would come home to a house full of Wonka bars.
Are you just like doing an hour right now? You're just doing your stand up? Because you're
I can
killing
do
it.
my stand-up if you want. No.
Start
I'm
it
not prepared.
off. No, oh, okay, sorry.
I'm just kidding. Really not prepared. All right, let's go with more questions.
All right.
Tony, you got one?
I like how you can see the screen light up in your eyes while you try to do some research.
Tony just like shot a brick. Tony was. Did you forget it was your turn?
I mean,
Tony, I saw the glasses and just like the fear that just like.
It's like, remember to take your not dying pill today. Fuck.
I've had too
I feel
many.
really bad. I feel really douchey. I don't have one right now.
Can you do some quick
Okay.
math for me? How many Laffy Taffies would $15 buy?
I don't know. I've literally never had to ever buy Laffy Taffies. I don't know where you've been this past hour.
That's a great answer.
What kind of...
Brandon, I love you.
I don't know if you thought that was a joke or something. I have these guys. This is my door behind me. I have these guys
Guards.
guarding it, so no Laffy Taffies come in. All right. Yeah.
Eric, do
I
you have
don't
a
know,
question?
man. I don't know.
Whoa. Things are flying all over the screen. I thought I already asked about comedians. Shit.
I mean, I have another one in case.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, I remember, Brandon, that you're actually very passionate about music. When did you actually find yourself developing a want to start to go on stage and make music and encourage others to make music too?
Well, at a very young age, I was like, well, it's like very young. It was like actually, all right. As I was being born, the doctors like I couldn't get out of the vagina, so they had to lube it up with music cream, and it just stuck to my skin my whole life. And then it didn't. Sir, I'm just kidding, man. I'm fucking with you. That didn't actually happen.
I'm just mesmerized by your storytelling. It's just beautiful.
Because my next question
Yeah,
was going to be, how much did they charge your mother for the music cream?
Music cream was on the house.
$15.
Music cream was on the house. It was there was a bodega on top of the hospital. That was
that how you
so it
pronounce
was literally
hospital
on the
in New
house. I had to
Jersey?
go. My mom had to go there while she was in labor and buy. All right, no, these are stupid answers.
Hey, didn't you ask us for more questions?
Yeah. No,
You're like, cut the
I said there's
nonsense
too many
out. I want-
answers, not questions. All right, I was I guess I was
shut up,
like
Eric.
12 years old. I was like 12 years old. My parents bought me a guitar. I really wanted a drum set, and they bought me a guitar. I was like, what the fuck do I do with this? And then I had some like older friends show me some cool bands, and then I just let music ruin my life after that.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. If it weren't for music, I'd probably be a decently happy person.
Yeah. If it wasn't for music, I'd be successful. My parents would not be disappointed.
That's cool. Well, I could give a shit about that, you know,
Yeah,
doing my own thing.
I feel that. Definitely feel that.
Yeah.
So you guys got a drummer now. So
Yeah, it's Porker.
yeah, how's that going?
It's you guys don't know who Porker is.
No,
Porker's awesome. He's we grew up with on a small island together, and we were never friends, but we had a lot of mutual friends. And then it wasn't until like after school that we like hung out sometimes and stuff like that, just around. He's in bands. He's in that band Life Without Jacket too, and playing with I Am the Avalanche at Boneyard this
So
weekend.
that's sick.
Oh, that's coming up soon.
Hmm.
Wait, what is that?
Yeah, that band is awesome also. I Am the Avalanche.
Yeah,
They
they're
played at the Boneyard a few times. They played last year.
Yeah. That was Coming Clean's like second. That was Coming Clean's last Boneyard show.
Oh yeah, I was bugging you guys as to when you were going to play your last show. That was amazing.
Mhm.
Now, how is it playing a farewell show? Because I remember you got Sean, shut up. You seem very passionate about telling others to go out and make music during that last show. That was one of the last things that you said during that show was, if you enjoy making music, go out and do it. Why do you think it's important for everyone to continue to make music? Because it's not like everyone is able to do it, but you certainly did encourage other people to go out and do it if you enjoy it.
I had no idea that I did that, but
See, I became a
Yeah.
Coming Clean fan like way too fast and in such a short period of time that I kind of analyzed everything that happened between that.
I had that's awesome.
And then you
I don't
guys
know.
died, so it doesn't even matter.
I saw
mean,
the
like-
single tear roll down
Yeah,
his
I
face.
mean like the band's done, so it's like.
Senpai noticed me.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there a way to condense that question into like a
Why
I
do
have
you
no
encourage
idea.
people to make music?
how?
Why? Why?
Oh, why? Oh, why? Because, if no one plays music, then it's boring.
Yeah,
More or less. Like, I wish all of my friends that could play music were in bands, so shows could be awesome.
Now, the
Just
next
point
question
blank,
that I
yeah.
have for you, especially with saying that not a lot of kids play in bands, especially around the area, there was a huge stigma about the Jersey scene, seeing as that there weren't a lot of bands, that the scene was slowly dying, and now we have a abundance of bands that are playing in the South Jersey area, closer to Philly, around this area. Do you see an upswing in the Jersey scene finally becoming prevalent again?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it always goes between generations, People are into whatever they're into, and they don't pass it on to the younger generation. It all sounds so stupid, but it's true,
That's true. It's absolutely
If you don't take the time to if you don't take the time to I don't know, accept someone who's interested in it, and you just make fun of them instead. It's so easy to do it, and they'll never go to a show again. Maybe if it happens enough. So maybe people are getting nicer,
Hopefully that's
or maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, you're absolutely right. I've seen the number of cycles of that happening. Like you're exactly right. That's why I think elitism is a huge problem in a lot of music scenes, because you end up just fucking yourself in the long run.
Seriously,
Yeah,
it's so confusing to me. I don't understand the point of it, because you see the people who are like, oh no, hey, like you have to get involved, you have to do the scene, like you have to make the scene alive. But then you get the people who say that, and then at the same time are like, oh no, that's so stupid. You don't really like that band. You're just going to their show just because you heard someone else was doing it. You're just doing it to look cool. No, I'm doing it because this is the same shit you were just preaching about just the other day. Or you get the people who are like, oh man, fight to keep the scene alive, and then all they do is talk shit about every person who's in the crowd. And it's so
You're bringing so many people to mind. Like it's so,
oh my god, it's so obnoxious. I don't get it.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, especially I see it the most with like defend pop punk bands, because you'll see it, they'll be like, oh hey, my band's playing this show, and then someone will be like, oh yeah, I'm going to it, and then later you'll see that same person promoting their show shit talking that same kid who was really excited to go to that show. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah, no, I get you, and it does happen, and we're all just dorks, is what
Yeah.
it is.
Pretty much.
We're all just dorks.
Raw dorks trying to find our niche in the world.
So while I'm on that thought, though, congratulations for not being a douche. You guys actually, Dinmore has a pretty nice, pretty approachable social media presence. I think I even tweeted about you guys the other day about how you guys actually like take the time to be like, oh hey, someone tweeted about us, let's respond.
Yeah.
Actually, be a solid person.
With Pen and Minute also, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, because like I said, what did I say? I've had too many Laffy Taffies.
It happened. We've all been there.
It's late. I had a big day today.
If I had another question,
Keep going.
Coming from the pop punk genre of coming clean to this new type of lo-fi kind of sound, where do you find your lyrical transition being? Like how do you go from being like a power pop punk band to like a nice kind of easy type of rock band? I want to know what the
I think if you read through, you can definitely see that it's pretty similar. It's still pretty much the same. Goes off of like a basic idea behind writing it, except with Jin Moore, everything's a lot more vague, I guess. It's like you don't want to just come out and say what you mean, because that's boring. You gotta make it all confusing. Authors do it all the time. Like some authors will just they'll flesh out a book of what they want to get out and the message that they want to get across, and they just go back and change lines so it makes it confusing. Or they'll just delete a whole page for no reason. Just weird shit like that. Weird shit like that.
Across, but you want them to work for it.
Not necessarily, and sometimes it doesn't even have to get a point across. Okay. You can watch like a movie 1,000 times and get 1,000 different things of it, and like you can debate with people on the internet for hours of a movie what you think is something like the movie meant this, and they think the movie meant that. But
so it's just left for interpretation.
Yeah, and it can, and the cool thing about that is you can let it make you feel however it makes you feel, and you can understand it however you want to understand it. Yeah, and it's cool. It's fun.
Dig it.
Mhm. But yeah, all the songs do have an intended meaning. It's not just gibberish. Like it does have an intended meaning, the whole time. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the meaning is after that. Like once it's out there and once you listen to it, like I can tell you 1,000,000 times what something is actually about. But if you hear it one way, you hear it one way.
I feel that. I get it.
Yeah, it's a really hard way to go in between when you're writing lyrics, whether it's because you want to be, it's almost, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if you've experienced this in your songwriting, but it's like you want to be unique and distinct enough to tell a good story that people haven't heard 1,000,000 times, but at the same time, you don't want it to be so specific that nobody but you relates to it. So you kind of want to make it more, I don't want to say vague because that sounds like it's not as hard work because it's such hard work. But it's almost like you want to make it more vague so that it at least applies to people, but it's still interesting.
Yeah. And I think that problem can be solved with just like the substance of it, like the content itself. Like if it's take that song that's out right now, Magic.
Oh, Rude? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that's a subject that hasn't really been tackled before in pop music
No.
ever. So
One of the
it's like
reasons why I dig
those,
it.
yeah, those lyrics aren't like, out of this world amazing. You get it after the first time you listen to it.
Exactly.
But that song's awesome. Like the lyrics are awesome because of like their content. Like it's a cool story and it's different and it's fresh and original. And
Exactly.
yeah, and it pops at you because you haven't heard it a million times. So, I don't know. That's one end of the spectrum. So you don't have to write around the bush with a topic that hasn't been used before, or you can take something every day and really plain and just write it from a different perspective that you would like not that you wouldn't know. You know.
I feel
That makes sense.
I stumble over a lot of stuff. I don't know what I'm saying most of the time.
I stumble
Yeah.
over life, so it's perfectly fine. But I said I stumble over life, so it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But at this point, I think we're gonna play one of your songs, and then we'll
Okay.
move on. All right. So you guys have put out an EP.
Yeah.
Um,
It's an EP.
have a good plan. Came out about how long ago?
I'm not sure. I think like 2 or 3 months.
And it's still solid. You guys are still getting a good amount of plays off it from your Bandcamp. It's on there as well, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna end up playing Wink from this. If you give me a second, I'm gonna set up a thing here.
Okay.
Half of a good plan, and we're gonna showcase Wink. That so far is my favorite song, and also Lincoln's, I believe, right?
Yep, that is very, very correct. That is my favorite song of the EP. It rocks. I dig
That's
it.
It was
awesome. Thank
definitely
you.
one of the favorite
Welcome.
songs that I had enjoyed when you guys had played last week, and we're gonna play this for everyone to hear.
Okay.
For everyone else on mute, though.
Warm beer and ivory, waiting on you. In fear and out of luck, under the moon. Hey, Havana, waiting on you. I saw you underground, but I don't mind you around. It's poison if you say so. Take it over, come where you used to lay on afternoons. Hope that the smoke would stay under our roof. Hey, Havana, waiting out now. Sorry, wonderful, but I don't mind you around. It's poison, you say so. Take it over the and I won't sleep a wink till you're in my lungs and on my breath. I won't feel alive till you're in my life. I'll be dying. I won't sleep a wink
Woo! Yay! That was your.
Thank you.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I always feel like we're on Audio Tree whenever
Mute
this
now?
song ends.
I dig Audio Tree. That's such an awesome show.
Where did all my friends go? I can't hear anyone.
It's huge.
Like, I just gotta turn on my creeper voice and reintroduce everyone. I don't know. Anyways, while the music was playing, I was informed that Creed is from Florida, and I guess the New Jersey-Florida battle has been squashed.
I guess that ends it right there. That's done. Creed.
Yes.
God.
I've also done a really bad job of representing Florida, and as it turns out, Vayara is not from Florida. They're actually from Georgia, so I apologize.
New Jersey wins again. Though we have a
Alex
lot that
North
I'm
is
missing
third.
that I can't remember right now. I usually have it on lock.
I don't know. I goofed. I totally skipped everything that's hardcore. Apparently, I don't know.
I try not to go too much with hardcore.
Yeah, I don't know. It's cool. It's not my
Although
cup.
we have floor punch.
Hmm?
Although we have floor punch.
All right, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, I have no clue. I fucked up my speakers and I wasn't able to hear anyone.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
anyway. So we lost Eric. Eric had to say goodnight. Did we cover that already? I don't know what just happened.
No, we're good.
We're good? Okay. All right.
We're
So,
good.
all right, so thanks. Brandon, thank you for coming on and letting us play your song and interviewing you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, if you still want to stick around, if you guys are still up to it, we still have our Ask Reddit side, or if anyone's still watching the show, we can have people
Oh, I
ask
know
us
people are
questions.
watching still. I'm getting text messages. I see you on the webcast thing right now. There's so much lag. Oh, that song's cool. My phone's like blowing up. My phone's glowing in the side. I'm like, all right, cool.
That's
People are off and on
fantastic. That's
tuning
beautiful.
in.
That's
It
awesome.
is beautiful. I dig it. I dig it.
So then I guess we'll continue with some Ask Reddit. What will happen next is I will extend a question from Ask Reddit from to you guys. I will either ask the entire group or I'll ask one person at a time. We also have questions coming in. I didn't check this. We have questions coming in from our question and answers. I'll take that first since I own Sean. Ali, can you let me pee on you next time, Sean? Actually, it's very, very, very funny. Just a quick side note. I went on tour with Menopause last year, and they will actually be on the show in 2 weeks. Sean Kent from Menopause. It's
Nice.
so weird how they got done 3 nationwide tours, and they're Scumpunk, and it's going to be very fun to have them on the show next. But so I'm going to go on to Ask Reddit and pull some questions from here, and if anyone else has some questions that are watching from YouTube or Google Plus, just throw them in we'll answer them for you. Here's one that I'll extend to everyone. Do you have any scars?
I fell off my bike when I was 7, and I flipped over the handlebars, and I skid on my elbows. And there's a scar. I don't know if you can see it through the webcam, but there's a scar right here from where the scab never totally healed.
We can see.
So-
I see some there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. There's also one on my knee that's a lot less visible where I was like 10 and I was doing hood rep stuff with my friend, and we were climbing over this fence.
Yeah.
And there was like
were you trapped?
thorns all over this fence. And we had to be super careful getting over it. And I'm in shorts, and I'm halfway over it. But this fence leads into someone's backyard. We were going to jump the fence again. We weren't trying to like mess with this person's house. We just had to cut through their backyard. But anyways, I'm halfway over this fence, and my friend goes, "Oh shit, they're in their backyard. You got to go." So me being stupid, I panic, and I try to go back over, but this thorn cuts into my thigh, and it just drags down as I come down. And I look down, and my leg's bleeding, and I just got this long. It's about like, it's like right by my knee. So depending on how I'm sitting, it gets like between like this big and like this wide. But anyways, I had this thorn cut on my leg because my friend was a dick when I was little.
That's perfect.
That's a bummer, dude.
Brandon, you got any scars or anything?
I have a scar on my hand. I don't know if you can see it.
How'd you get that one?
I reached in my friend's trunk to get a beach chair, and the beach chair cut me.
Aw.
That's it. That's
Real
all.
good.
That was
Did you have
wild.
someone kiss it and make it feel better?
No, it just happened, and then that's it.
Lincoln, what about you? You got any scars?
Yeah, I've got way too many. Most noticeable one I can show you guys, if you can see on my hand, kind of on bridge of the finger area. My first job, I did sales and marketing for a gourmet wedding cake bakery, and even though I was sales and marketing, I was the dude running the oven. And me being an idiot one time, we're trying to get like a rush order of like 500 cupcakes done for this veterans event, and I reach into the industrial oven to pull the cupcake rack out without having gloves on, and caught the side of my finger on the actual coil on the side and just scraped it along. Got a nice little burn scar there. So that was fun. If you're doing sales and marketing, don't ever let them push you behind an oven because it turns out bad. So,
If you're
but
in
yeah.
sales and marketing, you shouldn't be doing anything that's not sales
No.
or marketing related.
No, dude, I did so much stuff there that I shouldn't have done. Like, I was the dude, like, trying to go out and get advertising done and social media marketing and designing. They're like, oh, can you go wash the dishes, and can you bake those cupcakes, and can you clean the fridge, and get the coffee ready for our clients coming in and stuff, and yeah. But yeah, most
Yeah,
noticeable
it's one
stuff-
thing being hands-on, but that would be like me
They
managing.
used you,
Like,
man.
The thing is, no,
Yeah.
the problem is that you overachieved. You always want to undersell. That's when you
Exactly.
sit down and you just look at them and say, "That's not in my pay grade," and then you just read a freaking comment.
That's what I did at
sunglasses
Target.
on, walk away.
Yeah, then I wouldn't have this burn. I'll learn from that mistake.
There you go. All right, Brandon, I got a question extended to you. What
Yeah.
fictional universe would you live in?
Oh, that's an easy question. Easy as hell. Lost.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
So
No.
Lost.
Oh yeah.
but would
Well,
you be?
wait a
in
minute.
for?
Hold on. Now, what's the reason? If you could pick any of them, you would pick in Lost.
Yeah.
Well, Lost is like a clusterfuck of.
Madness
Life.
going on. Like, you don't
Yeah.
even know what's going on.
I don't think you understand how special the island really is.
The island show.
It made its own TV show to make you believe that it was fictional.
It had to do damage control.
I don't think you understand the severity of my obsession with Lost.
But see, here's the thing: if
No,
the island cared about us as much as it wanted us to, then why would it give us the ending that it did?
Because
The
listen,
ending was awesome. Alright, listen. Alright, hold on. Hold on 1 second, okay? I have watched Lost since the pilot episode. all the way to the last episode, and then I recently rewatched it on Netflix. And
I haven't finished a rewatch of it, but I did watch it from the beginning to the end.
the end was awesome. The end was the best part about the whole show.
The end was
No.
not awesome. The end
It was
was a
horrible.
cop-out.
No,
The
it
end was
wasn't,
really
dude.
good.
The end was fucking awesome.
last
I don't
season-
think you understand Lost. Then what do you think happened?
What are you talking about?
What do you think
Dude,
happened?
dude, you could have predicted the end from the beginning.
couldn't.
From the very beginning, you could have predicted.
What do you
the end.
think happened then?
Wait, hold on, 1 second. 1 second.
I'm about to explain Lost to you all.
Brandon,
You-
I
you
know.
do it.
I was raised on
But-
Lost.
I think we're all getting a little too full of ourselves for thinking that any of us really understand what happened. I mean,
All right, listen.
No, we
I
all know
really
that.
understand what happened. It was explained.
but no, we know what happened.
What was
But
fucking
I don't even-
explained?
Okay, well, what happened then? That no one's answering that question. What do you
Okay,
think?
what
happened?
ended up? They
Okay,
all
what do you
came.
mean what happened? Like what happened at the end? Did Jack really die, or were they all really dead, or what's up with the separate timelines? Like
No,
I don't know.
they were all dead. They were all dead, and they all. Spoiler: they were all dead. They all came to peace with themselves, and then they all just lived. I mean, they all went
No.
to whatever universe they're going to go to. They were all in purgatory. Yes, they were.
Yeah, they were in
No,
purgatory.
dude.
That was
No,
the-
dude.
No,
You're
no,
absolutely
how are they not in
wrong.
purgatory? They all
Because,
sat down,
dude,
happy with
you are
themselves,
an
and then fade to white.
Hey, hold on. Just listen for 1 sec. Listen for 1 sec,
All right,
okay?
okay,
Hold on.
all right,
All right.
okay.
I'm about to explain
All
to
right.
you. You can rewatch the last
Explain it.
episode. Jack's dad, okay? Jack's dad, Christian Shepherd, explains it to him in the church. He said they all lived their own life, okay? You know how Hurley says to Ben in the last episode, he's like, we sure did have a good run, didn't we? That's because the church was created by them as a place that they could all meet up after they died.
Yes.
Like they lived out their lives separately, okay? But the
Yes,
reason why
yeah.
all of them in the church together is because that is the most important thing that they did with their lives. The most important time in their life was at the island, and it was together. So they all met up after they had died way later. The only person that was in purgatory was Ben, because he said that he wasn't going to go into the church because he had some stuff that he had to figure out first. The reason why Walt wasn't at the church is because being with them wasn't the best time, like most important part of his life. The most important part of his life probably comes afterwards with a different group of people that we don't know yet, because in the epilogue, it's like hinted that Hurley preps Walt to be the next Jacob. Well, the next Hurley, who was the next Jacob, protector
No, what
of
happened?
the island.
Ben's most important time was with his daughter and then Rousseau, because it shows like in the separate timeline where they don't crash. It shows. What's her name?
No,
Rousseau.
that's a different thing entirely.
Yeah,
but
no,
yeah.
that's like Ben's thing, instead of like how the Oceanic Six and like the survivors, how that was their most important time. Ben's most important time would be with his daughter, is what I'm saying. I'm not
No,
like,
it could be, but he did like help run the island. I think it was just because he did so much fucked up shit in his life.
true. And if you notice,
I think
like
that's why he was in purgatory.
the purgatory thing also that I think Ollie's doing is I think the island also served as a sort of purgatory, because if you notice, like almost everyone in there had something fucked up with them. Like no one was a good person, but almost everyone who's shown in the church reformed in some way because of the island.
Well, I don't think that the island was a real place that existed. It wasn't
Yeah.
like a mythological place in the show I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like it was its own place that moved around. I know it sounds crazy.
So then, if that was the case, if it was its own place, then why did the church even exist then?
No, stop.
Then why
because
what?
The church is like heaven,
Shit, Tony.
sort of.
No. Church
The church
is
is really
heaven
automatic.
for all intents and purposes.
When you see the church, it is everyone dead.
Yeah.
By the time they
Yeah.
when they go into the church, they're all dead. That is where they have chosen
Yeah,
to meet
so
up.
it's like, all right, dude, imagine if it was like us, okay? If we were the group of people that got on the island, okay?
There's a lot of
And
small.
I die tomorrow. Let's say I die tomorrow. You live for another 60 years. You live for another 70. You live for another 40. It doesn't matter because whenever
Give
you
me 10 minutes.
die,
No.
that's where
I
you're
want
gonna
70.
go. All right, that's fine. But
We'll remember
then
each other.
after that, that's where you go is the church. So they all lived their life after the island, but whatever they did after the island was irrelevant.
Yeah.
Maybe I do have to watch again. Maybe I just really didn't know. Not maybe. I
Yeah,
don't
dude,
have a proper grasp as to what
I'm like a
happened, and I do
firm
need to rewatch it.
believer. Yeah. I think just watch a watch.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it. All right.
I love Lost.
We have a question coming in from Ryan Snyder. Cider? Ryan Cider? You guys know him?
Yeah. He's the new babe.
I don't know who he's directed to, but he's saying, what's the local band you recommend to people before any other band? We'll start with Lincoln this time.
I'm from the desert of Southern California, and real good guys, pretty popular in their own scene as it is, but already it's somebody who I try to recommend just as a local band. Forever Came Calling from 29 Palms, California. I'm out of Apple Valley, which is about 20 minutes west of them. Real solid up-and-coming pop-punk band. Pure Noise Records. Got a new album dropping in September. Some of the most genuine, good dudes out there with a lot of good musicianship background behind them. They know how to layer their music. They know how to songwriting. They got their instruments. They got their vocals. Everything down. I try and recommend them. Along with that, there's another band out here called Two Humans, which is more of an indie pop band. They occasionally bring out a stand-up bass. They got some trippy psych rock stuff mixed in with their sound. Real good young dudes trying to do something good for the scene. The guitarist, Ace, has always done a lot for the scene up here, trying to get new venues open, finding houses for people to play in, finding RV garages for people to play in. And they just put out good music too, and it's a little bit of a different genre than most of the people up here listen to, because high desert scene is dominated mostly by metalcore. Not the good metalcore, more like what Brandon was saying, like the hair metalcore type of stuff. A lot of guitar, a lot of weirdness, rap going on. So I try and throw out Two Humans as well as kind of a balance to expand genres out there. Good sound, good dudes, good music, a little bit out of everybody's range for the local area. Two Humans, Forever Came Calling. Recommend both those dudes. You can find them both on Spotify. So.
Tony, what's your local band that you would recommend before any other band?
All right. Here's the thing, because I live in the Florida Panhandle, and you can go to any online.
Tony, it's always a thing with you. It's always a thing.
Oh man, I live in the.
Tell us the thing, Tony.
All right, so similar to Lincoln, we have a lot of really crappy metalcore bands, but instead of them being hair bands, they look like most of them have members who look like they belong in Supergrass. Like they look, they have like male pattern baldness going on. They're just playing really shitty core. It's whatever. I'm not even gonna get into it. Anyways, there's this band from I'm gonna name two bands from Mississippi. One of them's called Enjoy the Weather. They're an indie punk band. They're just playing really good, really solid, loud rock and roll music. They're playing South by So What. I don't know when that is, but everyone knows what South by So What is, I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
Another one is The Cast-Offs, and I went to school with a couple of the guys in there, and they're kind of like they're kind of like an emo revival band, as much as I hate using that term. That's really what they sound like. They got a lot of really twinkly stuff going on, but I mean, they only have a 2-song EP out, but it sounds really nice. It's really clean. There's a lot of really cool stuff going on. They have like bells in there, and I don't know. It's a lot better than something you'd expect from like a done in a bedroom emo band, you know?
Makes sense.
Nice.
Brandon, who are you recommending to anyone that's trying to get into a local band?
Well, it's like I got like a lot of bands that I like to recommend, but the first one that I usually recommend is actually this guy Jeff that lives by us. He
I know Jeff.
Yeah,
Oh, I know
yeah,
Jeff too.
Jeff Ritchie. He goes under the name JEFF, and he's a I hate to say rapper because he's so much like more than that. He like makes his own everything, records it himself, writes it himself, plays it himself, and he books tours by himself. Like he just does everything himself, and it's just like everything that he has is very, very impressive. So I like to show that to people to rep my area, and then like not really from my area, but just like other bands and stuff. Like Black Seas, Every Wound, and Mourning, Batten Down the Hatches, even though they have the most horrible name.
Band Down the Hatches is rad. I like those dudes.
Nah, Batten Down the Hatches, I love their name because it's just like synonymous with like any other pop punk band.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
I think it fits. I think it fits. Like there are other ones that just like, man, we're pop punk and this is our title and it's totally predictable. But Batten Down the Hatches kind of like, I don't know. It works for them. It works for them. At least it's for me.
I feel like to have a pop punk name, you can
that's cool.
actually make a reference to like something on the road. It has to be urban in some way.
See, the huge thing that I'm seeing, at least from the Defend Pop Punk group, which I don't think that's a proper thing to pull from. There are a lot of bands that are just pulling from their favorite band's titles.
Home for Fall, right there. I've seen those dudes around a lot lately, and I was like, it seems a little soon to be pulling a Real Friends reference.
Yeah, right. Like,
Don't bullshit. I swear to God, it's from a Real Friends title, and they're already a band.
It's a Real Friends song, and it's their Home for Fall. So yeah, I was like, a little cringeworthy.
I mean, Real Friends in itself are cringeworthy. See, here's my whole issue with Real Friends. They literally studied, I swear to God, they studied pop punk. They wrote a guide as to what works. They wrote lyrics as to what works for all of pop punk. They took like every bit of instrumental format from pop punk, combined them, and became every other pop punk band. Like I listened to the one song that they just put out.
I Don't Love You Anymore. That sounds like Wonder Years.
I Don't Love You Anymore. It was so cliche, and it was like cliche from like an '80s standpoint.
Yeah.
That it was just so it was '80s lyrics sent to a pop punk tone, and it was just so unoriginal. It was just so bad, and I just see everyone just like slobbing on the knob, and I'm just like,
you're like, oh, I love it, and I'm like, really, you guys?
And I understand the kids for loving it because for fans of pop punk, Real Friends is your bread and butter. Because it encompasses everything that pop punk is. Which I enjoy pop punk, and if it was an instrumental, I'd be like, all right, I can tap my foot to this. But from a lyrical standpoint, you have bands like Man Overboard that's able to bring across heartache, that's able to bring across the point of I'm missing you, fresh in every song that they write.
Exactly.
Because what pop punk is, at least in a lot of other like mainstream bands, is that it's all about like I'm sad, I'm emo, but set to like a punk pop tone.
Yeah.
And the Wonder Years are able to bring across pain and emotion very well.
Oh yes. Dan craft down.
I think what happened.
Real Friends is just like pulling from everyone, and it's just so generic.
Yeah, well, they're smart, you know. I mean,
it sells.
I mean, I think everybody knows that, but but everyone still listens to them, you know.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know.
Away with it, why not?
I would rather just pull like a random band out of the air and then just put that on than just like the most cliche. Like it would be as if you're watching a bad romantic comedy. Romantic comedies have the same dynamic, movie by movie by movie, but it takes a certain type of movie that's able to portray that in a fresh take.
500 Days.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Exactly. Yeah, you put a fresh take. You take a fresh take on a frequent topic, and if you're able to do that well, then it's fantastic. You're recycling the material that you already know. But literally with Real Friends, you're recycling fucking everything, including your own titles. I mean, including your own lyrics, which I find just to be bizarre.
Well, what happened is pop punk, when it kind of resurged, I guess, and you had like the Pop Punk's Not Dead tour, like around that area.
Yeah.
Like we had like the big three were like Man Overboard and the Wonder Years and Transit, which were all bands that were inspired by like early 2000s emo bands. Like they had a lot of Movie Life, and I'm really blanking on
Dude,
the
all
other.
those bands get
Get Up
influences from like North Star, Get Up Kids, Saves the Day, and Lifetime.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and you
Lifetime
get
is huge.
really introspective lyrics. You get these really introspective, like really like very detailed, very like specific lyrics. Like you get the Wonder Years pretty much talk about what they did that day, and then you get Man Overboard trying to like look back on things. And then you get the Story So Far, which kind of does the same thing, but they kind of were one of the first bands to get big off of kind of the wave of the Wonder Years and Transit. Like those were their influences, but what they did was they had a bunch of breakup songs. So you get all this introspection where you're like, okay, I'm kind of not happy with myself, but let me better that. You get the depression of that mixed with all this breakup stuff, and you get all these people trying to mix those two things, and they end up coming out really cliche and really recycled, like, oh, hey, I'm really sad, I hate myself because this girl doesn't like me, and that's what we're getting a lot of, and it's really
Well,
depressing.
see, here's the thing with the Story So Far is that they were very anti-girl. They weren't like,
Oh,
I
yes.
hate me. It was, I fucking
Exactly,
hate
which
you.
is what I'm saying. Like, they had a lot of breakup stuff, but they were also very anti-girl, so you get the self-loathing introspection mixed with the girl troubles.
Which is pretty much any genre that you look at. I mean, like, if you're not a band that's like One Direction that's singing about loving a girl, you're a boy band that's talking about leaving a girl, having a girl leave you, like in sync.
It doesn't have to be like that.
I mean, look at like fucking Weezer. The Blue album was all because a girl had broke up with River. No, that Rivers is no longer in love with the girl, and literally presented her with the Blue album and walked away. Pinnacle '90s album. So I mean, like the topic of breaking up is nothing that no one is unfamiliar with.
Maybe we should just get rid of
Yeah,
girl.
but you gotta take that. You can't just come out and be like, I'm sad because of this breakup, you know? And it's just so boring that way.
It is boring, but see,
And
that's
it's like
the
it's
thing.
almost unlistened to.
But see, at least in my opinion, that's where the Story So Far had gotten their niche. Was there weren't a lot of people that were just like power breakup songs. Like you were able to punch your way through walls and buildings with Under Soil and Dirt.
They're the Adele of pop.
Not a pretty much. But there weren't a lot of bands at the time that were doing like power breakup songs. It was just more like, oh, I hate you. But like the Wonder Years, not the Wonder Years. Story So Far is more like, I will fucking hit you with a brick. I'm sad.
Yeah, they got angry about it. So
Yeah, and there weren't a lot of bands that were doing that within the pop punk genre. At least as far as I knew. I'm still fresh to that.
Yeah. I don't know.
But that's my take on it. So we do have another question from Becca Lauren Bates.
Oh, I know her.
We'll go to Brandon. What was the first show you've ever been to, and is it one thing? And what is one thing you remember from it?
It was a concert, and I couldn't have been older than 7 years old, and it was Santana. And the only thing I remember is that being so loud, and I hated it, and I wanted to leave.
Well, let's go to the first
That's
enjoyable show. The first enjoyable show you've been to, and what was the one thing you pulled from it?
I don't remember it. It was sometime from whenever I was around like 11 or 12, and then it was just a bunch of random shows after that, and then I don't know, and then just steady show going.
Was
I
there
don't
a
really
favorite
remember.
show from your youth that you remember?
Yeah, it was it's my youth. I was in high school, and it was at a fire hall, and this girl took like I think it was some kind of like pole. I think it was like a pole to a fence. She smacked some girl across the face with it. It was so funny.
That
It was so
sounds
fucking funny.
Do you remember where that was at?
Yeah, it was at Summers Point. It was at Summers Point Fire Hall. That's why they
Really?
don't have shows there. That's why they don't have shows there no more.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Tony, what was your first show, and what do you remember from it?
Alright, first concert I ever went to was Aaron Carter when I was 7, and I remember I
That's
wore
tight.
sandals. I was
That's
the
tight.
biggest weeb at that concert. I sat there, it was arena seats. Everyone was standing up though, everyone was jamming to Aaron Carter, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna sit down and enjoy this because I don't want to stand, I don't want to do anything. And I sat there and I enjoyed it so much. It was so cool. Aaron Carter was so cool to me when I was 7. But I just sat there and I watched it, and I was perfectly content being a stick in the mud. Well, I mean, I wore sandals, like not like flip flop sandals, like brown like monk's shoes sandals. Like I don't know what I was wearing. But I
Mandals.
went to a show.
You
Yeah, I
got
wore
the
my
Mandals going.
so whatever. But I don't really like counting that as my first show. Like the first show I'll actually count that wasn't like freaking country singers at festivals.
I'm so
You're
sorry.
laughing because I've seen country singers?
No, I'm so sorry.
I saw Blake Shelton one time for free, the dude from The Voice. But whatever. First show I ever saw was Taking Back Sunday on 420 in 2012. That was a pretty cool show. I traded pics with John Nolan. That was pretty mentionable, I guess. I don't know. I don't have good show stories.
That's all right.
Lincoln, do you have a
Lincoln.
story?
Well, I can start with someone I was young, and then I'll get into one that I can actually remember. Back when I was like 6 or 7, my dad was the official graphic designer photographer for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So I used to get drug along side stage Chili Pepper shows when I was like 6, 7, 8, right when John Frusciante got back in the band. And like the only thing I remember about those shows back then is like taking photos and like Flea, their bass player, would come to the side of the stage and he'd just like moon us while we were taking pictures of him. But the first show I can vividly remember is back in like 2011. There's a place out in the desert called Pioneer Town Palace, and Sky Saxon of the Seeds had just passed away, and Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins got together a tribute band called Spirits in the Sky with Dave Navarro from Jane's Addiction, the new drummer. There was the young guy that was in Smashing Pumpkins, Mike, who was like 19, and he was the drummer for Smashing Pumpkins, and the guys from Strawberry Alarm Clock. And they did a Seeds tribute show out there, middle of the desert, literally 500 people shoved in like somebody's backyard at this little hole-in-the-wall taco shack. There's a lot of weird people out there, gave a real cool vibe. Real good show. At the front of the stage, they played a bunch of new Smashing Pumpkins songs from, it was right before that whatever gigantic album they're releasing, Oceana, came out. It was right before that, and it was cool. Dave Navarro didn't show up for soundcheck, pulled up in like a brand new Ferrari, played, got off the stage, walked off with like 3 girls, didn't hang out with anybody after the show, drove off while Billy Corgan's chilling with everybody. But it was pretty cool, rad, out in the middle of the desert show with some cool dudes. It was a nice little setup.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was rad. It was rad.
All right,
I
my
mean-
story doesn't mean anything now, I guess. That was a really good story. I'm really glad you went last.
Well, I mean, I was going to give mine. I mean, I want to say that my first one was The Used back in 2007, I want to say.
Ooh, so when like Bird and the Worm was popular then.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Oh, it was fun. It was fun. I first started getting into The Used maybe a year before that, and that was before I even knew like concerts were a thing.
Nice.
However, to give props to my mother, I remember listening to Radio Disney at like maybe 7 or 8 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and we won tickets to go see the Baha Men in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
The Baha Man.
And we saw the Baha Men, and I wish that I could remember what happened, but the only thing that I do remember was walking past a mentally disabled girl with drool coming down her face. I don't remember anything from the
That's
show.
the only thing you remember.
That's the only thing I remember.
Oh man, you don't even remember who let the dogs out?
I don't even fucking remember who let the dogs out, but I
Wait,
do remember I
who
saw
let
the
the
Baha
dogs
Men
out?
first.
Nice.
Shout out to my mother for taking me to the show because we won free tickets, but I don't remember any of the show. But I do remember seeing The Used in 2007. It was the first time I had crowd surfed during Pretty Handsome Awkward.
Good choice.
And I thought it was so cool. It was during my scene phase. I had my Chemical Romance, Fingerless Gloves, my Hot Topic, thumb hoodie with the thumb in his sleeve. It was bad, but it was fun. So, next question. We're gonna go to the group. We'll go with Tony first. What is the most unattractive thing a girl could do?
Oh, shoot. If you're white, you gotta stop saying chica. That's just...
I remember Alan was telling me that maybe 3 weeks ago, and I made it a point to say chica, and you did not react, and I was so mad.
No, because I get too mad about that. I knew this girl. Her name was Alessia Briggs. I have no fear using her name because I don't think she's smart enough to figure out how to use this. Anyway, Alessia Briggs. Nah, she's very book smart. Like, I think
Well, that's good.
she was in the running for valedictorian, which isn't saying much because my graduating class was only 15. But anyways, she was not a very smart person once you got past, like, book smarts.
Mm.
And she's really ditzy, and every time she sees a girl, she's like, "Hey, chica!" She's that girl.
Oh, God. See, I can see where you hate from that word comes from then.
And I'm just like, why are you saying this? And then you see all the Facebook comments where it's like, "Oh, hey, girly! Oh, hey, chica!" And you're just like, stop doing that. What? I don't understand what... I mean, I don't care. Stop saying chica.
Brandon, what could be the most unattractive thing a girl could do?
Yeah, I don't really have like an answer for that. Everybody's different, you know.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
That's very true.
Nothing really like, you know, nothing pisses me off. Like I get pissed off, you know, but like nothing's like ruins somebody's. Nothing's so bad that it like just ruins my appearance, like my
Just
image of
ruined
them,
my day.
you know. Yeah. So I don't really have an answer for that question. I don't think.
Lincoln,
Cool.
you got anything?
This is one that I don't know. I can relate to just like dudes and chicks, but especially a turn off with chicks. I come from a straight edge background. I was raised straight edge. My dad used to have offers to work for Discord Records. Was friends with Ian McCabe, Fugazi, Minor Threat. Just raised as a straight edge thing, and I've always kind of had a thing against alcohol, against drugs type of thing. Not like I hate you because of that, but just like it doesn't want to be something I want to be associated with. And the one thing that really bugs me, especially in my local area, with girls, like being on Facebook, being on Instagram, being on Twitter, is like chicks who 5 times a day post pictures of them, oh, hitting the bong, post pictures of them 5 times a day, like, oh, look, weed life, oh, look, it's 420, stoner time. Just like embracing the stoner culture too much to a point where it's just annoying because all they talk about, all you see on Facebook is, oh, look at these sweet nugs, oh, look at my new pipe, look at the colors.
Yeah,
Who do you have friends with on social media?
Dude, like, I live in the desert.
Brandon is judging.
I'm judging.
They're not people that I'm like personally friends with. I do a lot of social media stuff, just in general promotion of businesses and stuff like that. So at one point I built up a really large friend group on Facebook just in local population of the area and the market we were trying to target. And just seeing some of the people on there and some of the stuff they do, and it's like that whole super embracing the weed culture thing, like, no, if you're doing that and you're trying to talk to me like, hey, I want your phone number, let's text. Hell no, I'm not giving you my phone number. It's not going to happen. Just
yeah,
like,
no, it's completely obnoxious because like they're I know friends that are complete. I don't want to say the word stoner, but like they're highly involved in the cannabis community that that don't post that.
They don't talk about anything else. Like it's
like a girl or like anybody, they'll just be like, oh my god, weed all day.
Yeah,
and shit just like would not make sense. I remember one of my girlfriends I had I was maybe 16 at the time, and had known nothing of weed. And she started smoking weed out of nowhere, and that was the only thing that she would talk about. She just got completely obsessed with it.
Yep.
And it
It's
made
usually
no
what
sense
happens.
whatsoever because like she was a normal individual, and then all of a sudden cannabis came into her life, and it's just like weed, 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 weed,
Yep.
weed. And it made no
I've
sense.
seen it happen. It's weird. So like I'm totally down with the people who I've got lots of friends to do it, and it's like cool if you're gonna do it, and occasional post there, here and there, whatever, just like any other factor in your life, if school,
Don't
work,
let it encompass your
whatever.
life.
Yeah, don't let it encompass your life. Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't
I
let
mean,
it be the only thing you focus on.
I know a lot of people who smoke. I think it's all right for you to let people know that you do, but if you're like, oh hey man, I'm so stoned. Every time you smoke, like every time you take a puff, if you have to brag about how stoned you're getting, I think you're just doing it wrong. But I mean,
Yeah.
if you let people know you do, that's a cool thing because I mean, if I'm ever hanging out with you and you just randomly light up, like I want to know that you smoke. I don't want to be like, whoa man, whoa, okay, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
But I think that's mostly a taboo thing because I wouldn't really expect that from alcohol, but
Hmm.
Well, no, I mean I don't think it's a taboo thing, but like if you post about one certain thing all the time, it's just
yeah.
annoying. It's
Yeah,
obnoxious.
I
can
mean,
do with
I
anything.
feel that, but I mean, like some people
Exactly. So
collect
it's not that like people that like just post weed. It's people that post like, oh my god, look at my fucking dog every 5 seconds.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No. No. I'm definitely.
It's an obsession that drives people insane.
Yeah. I
But
think.
to push on, Alex North actually asked this question. I wasn't originally going to ask for it, but I have four people actually asking for this
Oh
question.
no. I'm
What is your
scared.
favorite Disney Channel original movie? And I thought about my answer, which means that if I did, I'm assuming that you guys have too.
Brink.
Yeah.
Brink or Hocus Pocus.
I was
Really?
gonna go with
Hocus Pocus. That is a
Halloween
cult
Town.
classic.
That's Disney, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Halloween Town or Alley Cat Strike?
Alley Cat Strike. Thank you so much, because that is what I was thinking of.
I'm
Or
gonna.
was one-
Smart House?
Smart House was actually pretty cool.
Okay.
I
Like
dug that.
that song that they play at the house party where it's like slam dunk to the front. That song always gets stuck in my head.
Oh, it's too funny. What was it? They're actually going to make a sequel
Yeah.
to Hocus Pocus. They announced it maybe 2 weeks ago.
Oh no.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hocus Pocus
That's
2 will be coming out.
interesting.
And it's so funny. I'm 90% sure it was a Disney Channel original movie.
Yeah, it was a Disney Channel original movie.
Yeah, and it became such a cult classic.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
did.
Excuse me.
It goes
Halloween Town would be like one of those obligational movies that they would play during the Halloween season. But Hocus Pocus became a staple that you watched during the Halloween season.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Hocus Pocus. It's so good.
I've actually never seen it.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Somebody needs to sit you down and watch some Hocus Pocus, man.
I guess so.
I
You'll get
have
stoked on it.
I have a Friday the
Hocus
13th.
Pocus.
I have a Friday the 13th tattoo of a black cat, and like it's arched up, like its hair is coming off its back and everything. But in between the legs, I have the number 13 because it's like a Friday the 13th, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, I named this black cat Thackeray Binks, so that's my little
Nice.
focus thing, I guess.
Nice. I probably like the lamest Disney movie. Have you guys ever seen Blank Check?
Is
Oh
that
my
the,
fucking
that's
god!
the,
Wow, really?
wait, that's the movie?
That was
Yeah.
actually, now that I'm rethinking of it, that was a good movie.
It was a really good movie. Like,
What
I
movie?
forgot Blank Check. I forgot it was a Disney movie. I just
I
had to
did too.
Google it on my phone. And I was like, oh man, I think Blank Check's a Disney movie. That movie was rad. Like,
It
I
is.
wanted to be that kid when I was young. Like, that kid with all that money, do whatever the heck he wanted. Like, when we were all, like, under the age of 10, we're like, yeah, we want to do all that stuff. It was a pretty rad movie. Not just all the rad stuff going on, but it actually had a decent storyline, decent acting. It was a pretty decent movie.
Is that the one
I
where
mean,
the
back in
kid has the bike that gets hit, and then the dude like gives him a check, but he doesn't put the money
Yeah.
on? So he
Yeah.
puts, and then like
And he makes that fake office.
thing where it
Yeah.
just happens to be some like crime dude.
Yep.
Yeah, because one of the bad guys on there, his name was Juice. I always remembered that.
Yeah.
Juice.
That was like Sinbad.
Yep, Juice. Oh man.
Fucking Sinbad. Sinbad was a pinnacle actor from the 90s. I'm so mad that he's not prevalent today.
I
Yeah.
want him to bring back his character from Good Burger.
Yes. Oh. Good
Wow,
burger.
I actually
I
don't
love that
remember
movie.
Good Burger. I saw it once.
Oh, well, he's some like huge Black Pride guy. Like he
Yep.
wears like 70s clothes with peace signs and fists on them. He looks ridiculous.
Yep.
It's so weird because Sinbad only plays character roles. Like he can't ever play anything like normal. He can only do like an
No.
extreme character,
He has to be way out there always.
way out there. And and his comedic act isn't even that like raunchy or bad. Like he's one of those like African American actors, or Hold on one second.
For sure.
Brandon, you were asleep.
I'm not asleep. Oh, I'm tired, but
Nigga,
I'm
you
not
were
asleep.
asleep.
Yeah, I think all of us are getting kind of sleepy. What
Alright.
time is it? Yeah, it's almost 1 o'clock here. It's like 2 for you guys.
It's only 10:55 here.
Whoa, Lincoln.
West Coast
2 a.m.
time.
Ooh, that West Coast time. Actually, no, I think I am going to call it here because this is probably one of the longer ones that we've had on Babetalk.
Yeah.
But this is probably one of the most fun that we've had as a group, though, having Brandon on the show.
Oh yeah. Brandon
Oh,
was
yeah,
an awesome
buddy.
addition tonight. Dude made the show for sure.
And then sharing his music, too. I'm glad that everything's working out for you with Jinwar because it is taking off in a fantastic way.
Thank you. I'm excited about it.
Dude, absolutely.
I'm really
I'm fucking
excited
excited to see the future of it. If you ever want me to shoot a show, I will be there.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, keep up the good work. You guys are killing it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so
Definitely taking notice.
But with the ass kissing, I think we will actually end the show here.
much. All right. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. All right, guys, it was fun. We'll see each other next
Yep.
week.
Sounds good.
All right, night, guys.
Peace.